Hey guys, Lori here, and what I'd like to talk about today is an article, I guess you could say, or more of an email I read, and it's actually about how touring bands, like mid-level touring bands, don't really make as much money as you would really think at all. Like what they think, what you think they'd make, and the actual top. I have the whole papers right here, so excuse me while I look down. The title says, "It seems bands don't make money off touring either." It says, "Popular opinion states that a band's business model in the current economic and technological climate is give the music away for free, make money on tour. But with rising costs and other factors, it seems even that is a falsehood." And then it states that over at a different website, two different bands have been stating back and forth that, the labels help them out, and the other one says they don't. But at the end of the week, Shane Blay of Oh Sleeper posted a very eye-opening accounting of just how little a mid-level touring band makes on the road. Definitely worth a read. And this exactly is his email right here that I will be reading. And starting off, it says, "Why mid-level bands cannot make money. Tuesday at 20:35." So it'd be 8:35. "Hey everyone, for the past 5 years, my brothers in Oh Sleeper and myself have sacrificed our lives, our times, relationships, birthdays, holidays, health, haha in quotations, to travel around and play shows for our fans. Not to say this hasn't been a fun ride. I would just like to bring a few things to our fans' attention. I would like to show you guys an average day in finances for a mid-level band like us. I'm going to break down the average monetary ins and outs of a day on tour. On-tour bands have two ways to make money: guarantees and merchandise. On-tour bands have big bills. The biggest are managers, booking agent, merch rates, merch bills, food, and of course the gas bill. Our last headliner tour was an East Coast run with 3 other bands. The average guarantee per band was $300 and around $300 in merch. This was the average for all 4 bands for the entire tour. So we have a $600 gross income per night. Now let's break this down. Merchandise is bought, printed, and shipped on the band's dollar. We print most our shirts on American Apparel. They obviously offer the best fitting shirts, and kids are smart about looking good nowadays. They won't sell unless you have slim fitting, soft shirts. The demand for better quality shirts from bands is higher in the last few years. American Apparel shirts are very pricey to print, usually $7.50 a shirt, more for V-necks, 3/4 shirts, etc. We sell our shirts for $15 at our shows, unless we are on a tour with the headliner that demands we price match them. So $15 minus $7.50 equals $7.50, so half is profit. So out of the $300 the band made in merch, they owe $150 total to the printer. But hold on, we have merch rates. Most nice venues have merch rates. We have seen them as high as 32% gross. Usually they are 25%. So out of the initial $300 in merch the band made, $25 goes to the venue. That's $75. So we have the $300 gross, the $150 merch cost, minus the $75 merch venue rate, equals $75 net profit for the band. But the breakdown doesn't stop there. If the band has a manager, he takes 15% of net profit of merch. So merch total per night equals 75 times 0.15 equals $11.25. 75 minus 11.15 equals $63.75 total net profit in merch for the band. Guarantees. The breakdown and deductions from the money is 15% to the manager, 10% to booking agent. So $300 gross minus $45 manager's cut, $30 booking agent's cut equals $225. The average bill is around $150, or the average gas bill, is around $150. Some days way better, some days worse. We have done 17-hour-long drives, leaving show and showing up to next one right before we play, many times. Those are a bit more expensive. Most West Coast tours we do, the average gas bill is around $200 to $250, but I'll use $150 for this example. So $225 guarantee after managing agent deductions, minus $150 for the gas bill equals $75. We have 6 people on tour, our 5 guys, and our merch guy. We give everyone $10 bucks a day to eat on, which isn't enough when you're 6'4" and 200 pounds, like Micah and I, by the way. 6 people times $10 equals $60. So 75 minus 60 equals 15. $15 net total profit in guarantees. So we have $63.75 net merch plus 15 net guarantee equals $78.75 for the band for the night out of $600 gross. If you divide that 6 ways, it's $13.12 a day per band member. This doesn't include hotel costs, which are usually $50 to $60. Most bands don't get hotels or shower to save money to pay for phone bills. This does not include tires, van payment, oil changes, van upkeep registration, blah blah blah, tires, gear, and whatnot. This doesn't include taxes. This doesn't include roll tolls, which in the Northeast can add up to $20 to $40 a day. Thank you for reading. Merch rates have to go. Stop stealing our CDs, please. We don't make money when you buy it from stores. Come to the shows. We don't make money from labels. Buy merch from us at shows if you like what we're doing. Thanks for reading, Shane. And then it goes on to the actual article from the website. It says, certainly this should be very eye-opening to anybody looking to make a career out of being a metal musician. It's becoming very clear that what touring is just a working vacation, as most of the time you end up breaking even or paying out of your own pocket to tour. This is certainly a bit depressing, and that is very depressing. I printed this out because I read it at least anywhere from 1 to 4 times a day to just sit here and realize this is insane. This truly is just insane. I mean, $13.12 a day per band member. You're pretty much killing yourself, traveling everywhere, doing whatever you can, and $13 a day. Like, that could almost do nothing, when you have families and everything else. I think that's why a lot of bands these days end up quitting, is because exactly that, $13 a day. What can you do with that? And then just the whole add-on, everything, it's ridiculous. I mean, like, really, 25%, profit, I understand that, but like the booking agents and everything, they get paid another way. I don't think they should constantly feel the need to steal, or not really steal, but get more money when they're getting paid pretty decent anyway. And I don't know, it pretty much breaks my heart to read this, because there's so many bands out there with talent, and to see this and what they're making, it's almost like you don't know really what to say or to have any hope, because like I said, it's heartbreaking. It doesn't want to make you want to cry, but it's just like, it's like a slap in the face, to see that the people you support and love dearly are basically almost getting like slave labor, paid, minimum wage. Not literally minimum wage, it's like, pretty much slave labor. And I don't even really know what more to say to that. It's so much. It definitely, after I read it, it just makes me think that, like, I just want to save up all my money, find a show I want, and then whenever I can, just dump everything I have in there, because they obviously work a shit ton harder than I would ever do, because that's fucking ridiculous. $600 and you come out to 78, 13 divided. I mean, I figured the label would help them out in some way, but if they don't make any from the label, and when you buy it from the stores, if they don't get anything, but it's also kind of dumb too. It says, buy CDs at the shows, because I try to do that every time I go to a show, but the last 2 shows I've been to, they didn't have CDs, and I specifically asked if they had any, so I either end up buying it, from a store if I'm lucky, or I usually just end up going to Amazon or pirating it. I mean, it's not trying to be any harm or disrespect to them, but if you don't have it right there, then how am I supposed to buy it, But I definitely know where these guys are coming from now, and I now realize why every single show I've ever seen, especially metal shows like that, I understand now why after every time they get done playing say, if you like what you heard, please, go buy merch, we'll be over there, blah, 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 because I didn't realize that if they have the guarantee money, you can't make any more. But if you have, the merchandise, you can make more money that night. But I didn't realize, I knew they were making stuff, but I didn't realize, like, that was almost their main, that was like almost their main cash flow right there is just from the merch, which is, it's just quite insane to read this. And when I get around to it, I can probably put the link up to where I got it. I don't know exactly, because there's actually pretty cool responses on there. I think there's a guy from Chimp Spanner. I think the vocalist from Kill Whitney Dead. I think a couple other people actually responded to that and talked about it. But let me know what you think of this, because I didn't know anything about this, and it's pretty much like makes you think all your favorite bands, what are they going through, and how hard it must be for them every day not to break up, because this, $13 a day. Some of us just spend that leisurely on cigarettes or food or just stupid shit. $13 a day. Like, some people, spend that, like, say, within the first 2 hours of them waking up. How could you do that a day? It's quite ridiculous. It's just insane. I didn't expect that. I really didn't. But I'd like you to leave a comment below. Let me know what you thought of this. Do you think the merch rates need to go? Do you think they should get, think any way payments? You think it should be some kind of different way for them to make money, not just on tour? Because it seems to be almost the only way they're making it. So let me know, what do you think of this whole thing? And, just leave a comment and just let me know.